People, come on in. You're tuned into an all-new episode of Point of View. We got a lot coming up on today's show. An arrest warrant has been issued for Fast and Furious star Tyrese Gibson after his dogs allegedly killed another. I had a dog. I did. If you've ever had a fur baby, you'll definitely want to hear how this story unfolds. Later in Girlfriend's Guide, we're diving into a conversation that's got a lot of people talking. With the economy the way it is, more women are doing their own Botox and even turning to black market cosmetic injections. Ooh, we'll unpack what's really behind this movement with today's co-hosts, Crystal and Danielle. Hello, ladies. Welcome back to the table.
Thank you.
Yes. So you all pull up a seat, join the discussion. You're watching POV. Now, as someone who recently lost their dog, okay, not from a fight, just for the dogs, you know, it was their time. But I had a dog that was attacked by another dog. And I'm telling you, Fast and Furious star Tyrese Gibson is in hot water after his dogs allegedly killed a smaller pet in his neighborhood. And now an arrest warrant has been issued. Social media is blowing up, with some calling him careless and others defending him as a celebrity under attack. Fans are divided and his neighbors are furious. Obviously, this was a tragic accident, but should Tyrese face the full weight of the law? And how much of his fame protect his punishment, or just him from a situation like this? Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm so upset when I heard this because all that took me back to, and I write about this in my book, Falling Up, The Unstoppable Journey of a Tear. Had to plug it. You can get it on Amazon. But I was so hurt because it took me back to when that coyote grabbed my dog in my backyard, and I chased that coyote through the backyard, almost jumped the wall. And I know it was the Lord that said, look down, and he had dropped my dog because he jumped the wall. But let me tell you, it hurts so bad for your dog to be attacked, just to lose a pet, period. And he had Corsa, what is this? The Corsa, Cane Corsas. This wasn't the first time the dogs had been out. Mm-hmm. This had happened like 3 other times, I think, or this was the 3rd time. Mm-hmm. And the dogs came into the man's gated, well, he has a lot of brush around, but they obviously got into his yard because the man lets his dog out in the front yard, you know, just to do his business. And the dogs, that's
all his dog.
Very upset. I don't want him to be prosecuted to the fullness of the law, but I have to think if it was my dog, look, I chased the coyote, so it's serious. And I hunted that coyote for days,
so
hoping he'd come back.
The coyote attacked you?
I was going to get him. All I could think is my dog. I was so brokenhearted.
I honestly think that, I'm not going to say they're overreacting because, as you said, this has happened more than once.
Yeah.
The first time is an accident. But when it's 2nd and 3rd time, now it really is your
the dog's
negligence.
being out.
But
right.
here's my thing.
It's negligence.
It's almost like, you know how they say, like, when you on the road and you drive, you got to drive for other people?
Right.
So if you know that your neighbor has these huge dogs and you have a smaller dog and their dogs are sometimes out, wouldn't you be more, like, head on a swivel and privy to, like, keeping your dog, like, because if it was in the front yard or whatever, but like,
but his
but this is my yard,
right?
So why do I have to look out for your dog?
No,
because you want your dog to stay alive,
right? Because now you're suing, and at some point you have to take accountability too, right?
But you don't work like that though.
But you say that's not the law.
But were you there when your dog got attacked?
But here's the thing. If I see 4 I call them Cane Canarsie dogs, okay? Because they come from Canarsie, New York. These are some type of other animals, right?
Right.
If I see 4 Cane Corsos, Little old me, I'm running.
That's my
these
point.
dogs
So
already,
they
they already
already
have
been
the
out.
title, but they already have the title as vicious dogs. But let's be honest, a dog is only as vicious as its owner makes it.
That's what I think.
Right? So yes.
It's in some of their nature.
No, it's in
some of their
nature.
Yeah, come on, now,
It's
we
in
talking about
nature.
lions. They ain't got no owners. They will rip
in
your head
nature.
off.
But if you train a dog to be a killing dog, it is going to be a killing dog. If you train a dog to be a family dog, I have a dog at home right now.
But
My son rides him like a horse.
My friend had a pit and it never attacked anybody.
Okay, and your pit, your friend's pit also was not securing a mansion. Okay? So,
But I still think that he should have
you
had
don't know
more
what the
control.
What's the happy
for
medium
this
between
dog?
training your dog to be a protector and also a family dog? Because,
But what was he protecting if the dog got into the other man's yard and mauled his dog?
and what I want to know is, since those dogs were unsupervised in the
They had
time
been in
that
the
they were
neighborhood.
able to get out, who was feeding the dogs?
Right. Which one of your helpers are you firing?
Tyrese.
Firing, baby.
not-
He ain't gonna be able to fire nobody. He gonna be locked down. They won't let him out. God forgive me. I don't want the man to go to jail.
It could be a
jail a little
misdemeanor.
extreme.
It could be a misdemeanor or a felony charge.
Lock the dogs up.
And right
What
now,
makes it a felony
they have a
is-
warrant out for his arrest.
And that's the thing.
That's so sad.
Misdemeanor
Warrant
is it happened once, but you didn't know that your dogs were dangerous. Felony becomes you negligently. You already knew these dogs were dangerous. The dogs have already shown character of being dangerous.
Are you
and
trying to
still
are you
didn't
trying to
do it.
build the case
Well, hold
against
on.
Tyrese?
Well, you know.
And now
But this is the third time they're out, not that they've attacked something else. So
no.
technically,
Third time they're out.
So
That's why I think it's gonna be a
technically,
misdemeanor.
This is the first time.
Yeah, it's gonna. I feel like it's
Should he,
gonna be a
should he
felony.
lock them dogs up? But why?
And it
He should
also,
lock the dogs
let's
up.
be honest here. We're in a world of not what you know, but who you know. Who's the neighbor? Who does he know? And how did you get it here? That part too.
I'd be very angry.
have one
My
thing.
dog.
You
If it was my dog, you better believe I'm having a whole issue about my dog being attacked.
jail
What
time, though?
I do want to say really quick before we move on, I
Lord.
can't allow us to overlook the fact that Raquel said her story about the dog and the coyote was in her book, and I'm gonna go online tonight and I'm gonna pay for that book, and you're gonna bring me one tomorrow. There are so many things that are in this book. I need to read this book.
I've lost count. Listen, I've lost count. I'm trying to see how the stories
I
align.
said these stuff better be in that book for real.
It is. Get the book. Okay, we're going to move on to the Burlington Coat Factory topic here today because they're facing backlash after customers in the Boogie Down Bronx reported being required to have their photos taken before entering certain stores. A video circulating on social media shows one shopper recording as another is seemingly forced to have his photo taken to enter the Burlington Coat Factory in Brooklyn, New York. While some shoppers feel this measure enhances security, others express concerns about privacy and the potential use of facial recognition technology. Burlington denies using facial recognition, but acknowledges the use of cameras for loss prevention.
First off,
Them
people ain't mad about those. They ain't mad. Exactly. They're not mad about that. You using your face on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Them
Exactly.
people, you don't care about that.
Listen, no disrespect. I love New York. New York, you know you're my place. But the Boogie Down Dirty Bronx, like we already know what goes on.
Listen, the people are stealing
Brooklyn,
them out of house and home.
Super gritty, dirty Brooklyn. You're not excluded. But
They've
let's
been
be honest.
gentrified.
Let's be honest. The crime, the theft, like people are so entitled now to the point where I'm watching videos of girls. You're not supposed to touch me. You can't touch me. You can't do that while you're taking stuff. Like you're making it
While they're
harder.
stealing?
Yes.
And then
You're making it harder for the economy. This is why a lot of things we can't afford anymore because guess what? Now they have to go invest in all this technology to take your photo for them to come and shop in your store. So now your prices that used to be median, $9.99, $7.99, now it's $29.99 because you have to invest in this.
No, ma'am.
Yes,
no, ma'am.
yes,
First
yes.
and foremost, okay? Now let's keep it a buck. I don't know if y'all remember, the former glory of Burlington Coat Factory back in the day. You go in there and get you a nice blazer, a trench coat when you was going up north to visit your family, honey. They had the thing,
Nice
okay?
things, yes.
Now that place is a swap meet. Might as well be a thrift store, okay? One step up from the
And they
group of
still
babies.
stealing.
They don't have two things in there that
match
go
together.
together.
They steal out of DD's discounts. People don't have. They don't care. They still not a city trend.
Right, but what I'm
They don't
saying
care.
is that
Do you think
the problem with this at Burlington, first and foremost, is they didn't invest in any high-tech technology. Let's keep it a buck, okay? We see that big $600 screen that's on Amazon.
It's just for decoration?
And we know it's going to be glitching. Look how many times that man had to stop, go back, stop, go back. It's not even clearly catching the picture. Shut it down. I'm surprised that Burlington Coat Factory is even still in business. It's a wrap, baby. Pack it up.
Uh-oh.
It's time to go.
Them people love Burlington.
Who?
A
Do
lot
you think
a lot
people
of
just
people.
like stealing?
Yes.
They just
There is a such thing as a kleptomania.
Okay,
People do this.
Listen, let me tell you, there are people that steal because one time back in the day, I used to buy things off the street. Maybe I got a Lululemon outfit for $30. I don't know. But what I am saying is I have never seen a shoplifter, booster, whatever you call them, coming with anything that came out of Burlington Coat.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
No, that is not true. That is not true.
They got Steve Madden in there. Don't do that.
Yes, they do.
They got
Calvin
Calvin Klein, which nobody ain't wearing.
They got Steve
They may
Madden
have
in there.
a few reject Converses from 25 seasons ago. Stop playing.
Some people, that's all they can afford out of Burlington.
Yes, it is, honey. And Burlington is not going to be able to
Y'all
keep
heard
their doors open with this foolishness.
Ooh, y'all heard it. It's an uproar about this. You see what I'm saying? We'll be back in just a moment. When we return, we're diving into why concerns over the struggling economy might be driving more people to try DIY Botox and even black market cosmetic injections. That's coming up right after Girlfriend's Guide. Oh, that is Girlfriend's Guide. Look, we coming back right here on POV.
Thanks for sticking with us on this quick commercial break. I was talking about this topic, this question earlier today with a family member of mine. I'm going to call no names, girl, but you already know what it was, okay? Now, the question we have for y'all at home, as well as for us at the table, is why do women judge their friends or their family and hold them to a higher standard than they hold the men in their lives?
Because we'll settle with men, but you won't settle with the people around you. You're taking the people around you and taking the triggers from the man and using it on the people around you.
You know what I used to say, and this I used to say this before I, came back into the cloth, okay? So Lord forgive me. But I really feel like it's because men have something that other people don't have.
Right.
And it'll make you do a lot of
I'm telling
things.
you, that's what it is. And it's so sad. It's so sad, but that's why I don't even get into things to a certain extent because I don't got the dang-a-lang.
And this goes for forgiveness too, because that's a question that a lot of people have. Like, why do women keep repeatedly forgiving their men and not their friends after a small fallout?
Yeah, listen, I was busting it down with a good family member of mine today. And
Why did I not think that
over
was
there,
what she was gonna
we over there holding up our sisters and our cousins and our friends, you know what I'm saying? And baby, the man, like, come on, we all let a man, come on, not no more. But anyways, y'all, don't go I was about to go too far. We're going back to the show.
Please, stop her.
It's one of them days, y'all.
Lord, honey, y'all know it's POV.
Welcome back. Now it's time to get into all things love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. Let's talk about when beauty becomes dangerous. As the economy struggles, more people are turning to DIY Botox and black market cosmetic injections just to save money. What seems like a simple beauty hack can actually be extremely risky, with experts warning of serious complications from unregulated procedures. This trend is raising big questions about the pressures to look perfect and how far people are willing to go for it. Are people taking these risks out of necessity, or is society's obsession with beauty pushing them way too far?
I think the obsession is wanting what you can't afford.
Oh, there it is.
I don't think it has anything to do with society and the economy.
Okay.
It's called people want what they can't have, or you're really willing to go as deep as doing your own Botox because you can't afford to go to someone's office or med spa or whatever like you might have done before.
Right.
It's called living against your means. That's just what I
But
do.
is it beauty?
No,
It's not
I don't
beauty.
know
It's
what
just you want what
Can't
you
be
can't
beauty,
have.
baby, because in a week or two they will no longer be beautiful.
DIY Botox is crazy.
So that is
crazy.
You see who in the pictures though?
okay.
You see no
I wasn't
shade,
trying to
but-
say now.
I didn't want to say it
There's a
out
few
loud.
things
I don't have no problem saying.
I'm like,
you
did
think
you
we
see
did
the
something too?
examples? I don't see any melanin in any.
I ain't gonna say it might not be one or two, but DIY Botox is insane. First of all, like, that's not even safe. You don't know what you don't know what you're injecting into yourself. Like, you don't know what the complications are after the fact. You're trying to beautify yourself and then could end up looking worse.
Wow. Well, how do you know when you've gone too far?
Honey,
You always know.
Let me tell
I don't know.
You
because I
always
won't.
know.
You know when you've
Yeah, I
gone too
won't.
far when you have the gumption to do it yourself. That has gone a little bit too far. I had a client today.
Come on.
Nope, not.
Come on.
Just one of them days.
I just got back. I just got back.
Right,
But
you
what
need to-
about Ozempic, right? We've talked about that a
But
lot.
that's not do it
people,
yourself.
People take
I mean,
injections
you're technically doing it.
themselves.
Okay,
Shot
but you're
yourself.
No,
getting
but it's not
you're getting
right.
from
You're
the
getting
doctor.
these GLP-1s from
From
a
your doctor.
practitioner
Okay.
or a doctor.
Well, they might have got these from somebody.
Okay, but there's
I'm sorry, but then that means that
there's
it would be
strategy
legal,
to the
though.
injection. They're
Correct.
not. Oh, make sure you find a
Right.
varicose
They don't got no
vein.
real instructions.
Yeah.
They're
Come on
getting
now.
it from a Korean vendor.
Right, the black market.
That's
So
right.
once we say the black market, that tells you automatically, like, okay, baby, this is not safe. Number one. Number two, there has to be a way. That's like us as hairstylists. There's an installation. There's a way you install something.
Yeah.
We know don't cross this line. We know don't put lightener over relaxer and relaxer over this. We don't know where in your forehead are you injecting this Botox, baby? What if you're putting it in the channel that goes to your temporal lobe, that goes to your cranium prosthesis or something? I don't know. You know what I mean?
You sound like you know. Just go with it. Just go with it.
I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, how dangerous is this? You don't know.
Well, then how far are you willing to go?
But
They're
listen,
willing to go all the way
What
for
is so
beauty, I guess.
crazy to me is that I have been wanting under eye filler for the longest now, right? But now I do, I've been doing some taping and I do like a different, massage with my skincare routine. I'm seeing a little bit of alleviation, but the years, they're here for us, baby, but time is changing. But the thing about it is that I have been doing research on the proper person to go to for years. Someone that I can trust with my face. And I'm still teeter-totting between two people, but I haven't decided because I'm just believing God gonna give me new eyes. He gonna lift me up, baby, and I ain't gonna have to go to nobody. But I would
Love
this
that
is
for
something
you.
so delicate. Like,
First of all, if you're doing your own Botox, you don't care about your face.
that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
You can't.
Exactly.
You don't care what happens.
Exactly.
Wow.
Me even going to a med spa saying, because I actually wanted the lip filler to, everybody has their little thing. There ain't no shame here. But I did the same thing she did. And I'm still not in someone's chair.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go buy this from Ching Yang Yang up the street and then go inject it in myself.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not even playing.
we have heard of this
I mean, you
before.
ain't wrong.
We have heard of this before. I mean, who did that? I think Ashley Judd's mom. And I think she was a big advocate for not doing this because she did it and it messed up her face. Like they had someone who said that they were approved and they did some Botox And I think it had some other things in it, perhaps cement or some things like that.
That was the butt shots. Too.
People have been doing the butt shots. They tell you don't do that because what? Cement was being injected
and their
into
body.
people.
They were
Their bodies
experiencing
were
necrosis.
rejecting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their body, their actual skin was dying.
Wow.
And it was poisoning them.
See? And you've been told not
Skin,
to do
bones,
this.
all of that.
And this Noxanox, whatever it's called, that's the name of this Botox from Korea, of Korean vendor. I mean, these aren't regulated. I mean, not to say the FDA is
they're not
regulating
approved by
anything,
nobody.
everything that's good for you or that works for you, but these are not.
Yeah.
And yet people are using it.
Honey, Will.
Just dangerous. Wow.
I don't know anyone that would do it. That they don't look like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can concur with that.
I would agree as
Forgive me,
well.
Lord, but you know,
The table concurs.
what's that game they play on a Breakfast Club?
What race it is? Oh no! Oh my gosh! All right,
We should play that one day.
We're moving on to our final segment of the day. Let's get into mind, body, and soul. Imagine a school where detention doesn't exist. At Robert W. Coleman Elementary in Baltimore, students aren't sent to sit in silence as punishment. Instead, they enter a mindful moment room, a calm space where soft lighting and plush pillows, where they practice breathing, meditation, and reflection. These kids are engaging in things like yoga, gardening, environmental cleanup, etc., right? Since adopting this approach, the school hasn't recorded a single suspension since 2014. Now, this is a powerful example of how mindfulness and self-regulation can transform behavior.
Yes.
And the kids are proving it. Thank you, kids. Sometimes we can learn things
Is
from
this a
children.
public school?
It's an elementary school.
I
That's
need
what
to
I
know the
It's probably a
population of this
Montessori
school.
school.
Yeah, I was
This
gonna
ain't
say
no
it's
black school.
Montessori.
No.
Yeah, stop playing with me, please.
This ain't no black
We
school.
have had
Say
one
this.
suspension since 2014. Baby, you sound like them colleges that are hiding things under the sheets. You're lying, okay? Sorry, I come from Pine Hills, okay? This foolishness, meditation. Baby, I come from the school where they will spit on you and tell you, call my mama. I don't care. Like, this is not real.
Well,
And
This
in
is
this
not
new
that
and in this
school.
new
Come on.
generation too, please.
Come
I
on.
don't know.
I think you're
It
lying.
sound good,
You
but
think they're lying?
Yes, you know that you had little Tony done spit on you twice. little Kimmy kicked you in the knee. Stop. We are talking about
But they're
elementary
having
school.
No.
self-reflection, self-regulation. Calm down. Come
Them kids taking
center
naps.
yourself.
Yeah, go up the road,
Y'all not-
Tangelo Park. Let me know how this works out.
right. Facts.
Where?
I don't,
Where-
it
what
gotta
am I
be
missing here?
One of these schools.
I think if
Guess what,
I
Rachel?
think elementary.
Because
I think
there's- go ahead.
elementary is a good space to kind of introduce this, and I think that it could
think so,
work in
too.
some other places. Yeah, I could see them doing this
I don't
at my
see it.
daughter's school. I could see it working.
what about-
And then you would just weed out the problematic
Maybe a Christian
kids.
And then where? Okay, so where do you put the problematic children?
At
This
one of them schools you was talking about.
You know what this sounds like?
and that's the problem.
Y'all don't remember
with your mind.
the movie Dangerous Minds?
Yes.
Yes, that's what this sounds like. The teacher who left from the good school on the other side of town and came over here and tried this mess, and this had happened over here. But guess what? Where are the other children who don't follow this culture right here?
But maybe they don't have them in this school.
That's why I said this has to be a private school.
Maybe so.
This is
Maybe
not a
so
public
where
school.
kids are
This is not a
under
public
more
school.
discipline.
Right,
and
and
this
you
is not a
have
school in the
more.
hood.
You have
Well,
So
they're doing gardening, so
Are we admitting or are we saying that children in who are these problematic kids? Like, are we saying there's no hope for them?
We didn't say that.
No, I
We
didn't
just
say
said
that. I just said
that approach
that
may
doesn't
not work.
well, this
for
approach
everyone.
may work.
How many
for
times have you
teachers.
meditated and yoga in your house with your
I
children?
don't believe in yoga
And okay, good.
meditation. I meditate
Can
on the
I ask
word.
you
Yes.
how many times? Or you don't have any children?
I don't have the children.
No children. Okay, well, we don't meditate in my house.
Right.
Okay, it doesn't work. That doesn't work. And my children attend private school, and guess what? It doesn't work. So
I don't
kudos
know
to
if it
that
doesn't
school.
work, Crystal, because you like me and you're a little crazy.
I think so. I think
The kids are they're products of us. What do you
Because
mean?
this right here would drive me berserk. That would drive me nuts.
But what about teachers? Okay, some teachers are having a difficult time, teaching certain styles maybe of kids' behaviors. That's nice, right?
Then we're not
But,
teaching anymore.
Right.
but they are coming into this space where they're able to calm and center themselves. And you're not buying that this can work.
No.
I think it can work. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
I think
It's
it
working.
depends on the
What are you
community.
learning? Like,
I
are
think
they?
it depends on the community.
I think the
agree.
same way these
They're
kids
learning
have been
self-control.
brainwashed
Are they?
to twerk and do TikTok videos and to cuss and use fake guns, I'm
Okay.
sure they could learn how to meditate and
That's
breathe
right.
a little bit easier.
I think so.
I
don't
just
think
don't
it's
see
too
it.
late.
And maybe this time out, this time to be able to bring the pressures down because children are dealing with societal pressures too.
Them kids having free nap
I just think that their numbers are skewed. I'm telling you the part that I don't agree with.
Okay.
I think their numbers are skewed. I know that they're lying. We haven't had one suspension since 2014. No, you chose
probably an
to
over-exaggeration.
not. Right. Extreme
So your numbers
over-exaggeration.
They're putting the other
Good.
kids in the chokey.
I think so.
They might be.
Should other schools consider this?
I would think that you can add this to the curriculum in
Okay.
PE or something like that.
Yeah.
But let's be children are children. If I can't get my 2-year-old to calm down, for real?
Well, y'all heard it. That's a wrap for today's episode. But before we go, we'll leave you with a quote. Be bold enough to use your voice, brave enough to listen to your heart, and strong enough to live the life you've always imagined. Thanks for hanging out with us on POV. And don't you forget, you can catch us Monday through Friday only on AFRO TV.